Hey friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor. I hope that y'all had a good week. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you ate a lot of good food and spent some time with family. I know I did all of those things. This week leading up into Thanksgiving, I pretty much only made easy meals that I knew my family would like because I knew I was going to be busy cleaning and prepping stuff for Thanksgiving. So I just wanted to keep the meals super simple, but I hope that you guys still enjoy this video. And as always, any recipes that I mention will be linked down below. Now let's go ahead and get into this week's What's for Dinner. Friday night, we just had a super simple grilled cheese and tomato soup. We had our grilled cheese on some sourdough bread with some cheddar cheese and American cheese. And of course, our favorite tomato soup is the hearty tomato from Progresso. Absolutely love this stuff. I mention it every time we have a grilled cheese and tomato soup. It is Saturday night, and tonight for dinner we are just doing quick and easy chicken tender salads. So I cooked up a bag of chicken tenders in the air fryer. I did them on 350 for about 15 minutes. And then we just chopped them up and put them on top of our salads. Well, I did. The kids have deconstructed salads, as you'll see in just a second. So I've got some romaine in there, some cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots, croutons, cheddar cheese, the chicken tenders, and some ranch dressing. I think that's it. I'm gonna throw on some everything but the bagel seasoning as well. I forgot that. And Elijah will probably want that too, won't you?
Yes, I do.
And these guys got some glasses, new glasses. Lily's in her room. But yeah, if you want to see a picture of them, it's on my Instagram if you want to see their new glasses. So he has a deconstructed salad, lettuce with some of this house vinaigrette from Aldi, croutons, some mini sweet peppers, carrots, cucumber, some cheese, and his chicken. And then he's going to want some everything but the bagel seasoning on there. And then Lily doesn't really like lettuce, but she always says she wants to try it. So she's got a little bit to try. She won't try it with dressing on it. I keep trying to tell her it's better with dressing. She's got some chicken, lots of tomatoes, cucumbers, sweet peppers, cheese, and some croutons. And that is going to be dinner for Saturday.
And I have also these.
Yes, these are from Pear Eyewear. So he's got little toppers that are magnetic.
So I can take them off and put them on.
Mm-hmm.
I will put this back.
Sunday night we had beef tips and gravy over rice. So I started by making my white rice in the Instant Pot. And I do have this on my channel as like a separate video. It's, if you just search Taylor Elmore rice, it'll be one of the first videos that shows up. I do equal parts rice and water. So 2 cups of rinsed rice, 2 cups of water, a little splash of olive oil, a little splash of vinegar, and then sometimes I add salt. Usually if we're eating it like plain, I will add salt. So I did add a little bit of salt, and then it cooks 5 minutes manual pressure, and then let it do a natural release for between 15 and 18 minutes till the pin drops, and then you can take off the lid and fluff it, and it's perfect every time. While my rice was cooking, I got my stuff for my beef tips ready. So in a big bowl, I mixed together 3 tablespoons of flour, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some salt and pepper, and then you're supposed to do steak seasoning, but I was out of steak seasoning, so instead I used this 21 seasoning Salute, which is just like an all-purpose seasoning. It's good on everything. So I got all that mixed together, and then I added in my stew meat. You could use a roast that you cut up into 2-inch pieces. I just had this stew meat from Sam's Club. So I add that in there and toss everything around to coat it really well in the flour. So I have 2 inner pots for my Instant Pot, and when my rice was done, I just removed the one that the rice was in and added my other one in and heated up 2 tablespoons of olive oil with the Instant Pot on saute on high. And then I just browned the stew meat on each side until it was all brown. I didn't put it all in at once because I don't want to overcrowd it. So I did do it in batches. It took like 3 batches for all the meat that I had. Once all the meat was browned, I had removed it and set it to the side. And then I added in 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 onion that I chopped up and let that cook for just a couple minutes. And I tried to scrape up as much of the bits off the bottom as I could. Then I added in some minced garlic and let that cook for about 20 seconds. And then I added in some of the beef broth. Not all of it, just some of it, to try to scrape up the rest of those bits from the bottom of the pan. Then I added in the rest of my beef broth, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and my beef tips. And then this cooks on manual high pressure for 25 minutes. And then once it's done cooking, you want to let it do a natural release for 10 minutes. And then you can remove the rest of the steam just by opening the valve. And then this is what it looks like. If the gravy isn't as thick as you want it to be, you can add in some cornstarch and water to thicken it up a little bit, which is what I did. And then this is ready to serve over your rice or whatever you want to have with it. This was my second or third time making this. We love it. We love it over rice with some corn on the side. Monday night, I made our favorite chicken noodle soup in the Instant Pot. So I started off by heating up about a tablespoon of olive oil. And then once that was hot, I added in some celery, some carrot, some onion, and some garlic. And I cooked that for a couple of minutes. This is our favorite chicken noodle soup recipe. I've only made a couple different recipes like from scratch, and this is by far our favorite, and it is super quick and simple to make in the Instant Pot. And if you ever need the recipe, if you just search my name, like chicken noodle soup, I have its own like video for just this soup, so it's easy to find. So after I let the veggies cook for a couple of minutes, I went in with my seasonings, some red pepper, thyme, oregano, black pepper, and also added in my chicken. You could add salt, but since I do the Knorr chicken bouillon to make my chicken broth, that's kind of salty, so I omit the salt in this recipe. But if you're using like regular chicken broth, you might want to add some salt at this step too. And I just let that cook for a couple of minutes. Then I added in my 6 cups of water and 6 teaspoons of the Knorr chicken bouillon to make my broth. And then I stirred that around, and on top of it, I added 8 ounces of broken spaghetti noodles. I just broke them into like 2-inch pieces and put them over the top, kind of pressed them down into that broth. And then I put on the lid, make sure it's sealed. And then this cooks on manual high pressure for 8 minutes. And then you let it do a natural release for 10 minutes. And then after the 10 minutes, I released any of the steam that was still in there. And then you stir it around and add some lemon juice and parsley. Our favorite way to have chicken noodle soup is with some Cheez-Its on the side and like in the soup. That's our favorite way, and it has been for as long as I can remember. It's something Andy showed me when we first got together. That's the way he's always eaten it, so that's the way our whole family eats it now. Tuesday night was another favorite, which is Parmesan crusted tilapia, and then I just made some boxed rice and green beans on the side. I've shared this Parmesan crusted tilapia recipe many times, and I will leave my cheddar crusted chicken recipe down below. It's basically the same thing. You just swap chicken for tilapia and the cheese, like cheddar, for Parmesan. It has basically become our tradition to have some form of chili the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. In the past, I've done like chili for like 3 days before Thanksgiving. And then I've also done just like pull some chili out of the freezer, and we either just have chili, we have chili dogs, or we have chili mac, like something with chili. So this year our something with chili was chili dogs. I pulled the chili from the freezer. It's my CROCKPOT chili recipe. I will leave it linked down below. And then we just had some air fried hot dogs, and I like my chili, like I like actual chili dogs, and so does Andy. But the kids just like their chili on the side of their hot dogs. And Thursday was Thanksgiving, so our like snacky lunch was the charcuterie board with meats and cheeses and grapes and olives and red pepper jelly, pomegranate seeds, and I made a cheese ball. We also had a veggie tray with celery, cucumbers, zucchini, carrots, some tzatziki sauce, some ranch, and some tomatoes, and then we also had some shrimp cocktail. I had every intention of filming the dinner, like us making the dinners, but I was just in the moment enjoying the time with my family. There was 3 cooks in the kitchen, me, my sister, and my brother, so it was just really hard to film. We had some stuffing that I made in the crock pot. We tried a new recipe for corn casserole. We had our regular broccoli casserole, green bean casserole, mac and cheese, the delicious turkey that my brother fried. We bought a fryer this year and actually fried it at my house. So now I have all the stuff to fry a turkey. We had our baked ham. We had mashed potatoes that we made in the Instant Pot. We had gravy and deviled eggs and cranberry sauce. And then we also had this like tomato, basil, mozzarella stuff that me and my sister actually snacked on the day before, but there was some leftover, so we put that out for Thanksgiving for anybody who wanted some. We had rolls, and we just had a good time spending time with family. No. You know what everything is? Good?
I don't know what.
You don't know what everything is?
Green bean, stuffing, mac and cheese. That's the broccoli casserole. That's the cornbread casserole. And then turkey, ham, cranberry, deviled egg.
I need my fork.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Did your sister take it?
No, I gave her a fork. Right.
Left it there.
My fork for I don't know.
For anything.
So I can just use my fork.
Yep. For everything.
I need a spoon for that.
So for dessert, we had a pumpkin dump cake instead of a pumpkin pie. We made a homemade apple pie. We had a strawberry cheesecake, and we had a chocolate pudding pie. All of these were delicious. The pumpkin dump cake we will definitely make again. It was very, very good. As I mentioned before, it was really hard. Like, I really wanted to film Thanksgiving, but it would have just been too hard to like move the tripod and stuff around and like show y'all each and every recipe, because things were being made like at the same time. So I think maybe next year I will vlog on Thanksgiving. I think that'll be easier. And I will try to leave all the links to the recipes that I made down below. Some of them have their own video, like the broccoli casserole. I have a video on that one, I know. But yeah, it was just too hard. But I hope y'all all had a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a great upcoming week. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!